Welcome back to FM Storey. In the last episode, we began season 3 of this save with Milan. We spent 200 million trying to shore up the centre of defence to stop us leaking goals. I mean, obviously, we did do the double last season, but we did concede more than double the goals we conceded in season 1. That didn't seem to work, so we're probably looking at a new formation because in the last episode, the last game of that episode, we managed to throw away a 3-1 lead late on against Juventus to lose 2 points there. So we're probably looking at a new tactical direction. We'll see how that works. Without further ado, let's get into the action. So we've made it to the end of September. We've got a game coming up against Chelsea away in the Champions League. We have tweaked the formation and things have not gone exactly to plan. It certainly doesn't seem to have secured us at the back, and it seems to have nullified a bit of our attacking threat. So what we've gone with is basically a 3 at the back. We've basically taken the number 10 out, given ourselves an extra centre half to try and secure things, but as we say, it seems to have nullified us a bit in front of goal. So we ended the last episode with that 3-3 draw at home against Juventus. We started this episode by taking the lead against Salzburg away in the Champions League and then throwing it away late on. We then lost 1-0 at home against Napoli and then snuck a 1-0 win late on away at Genoa. But when you look at the match stats, I mean, not so much this game against Salzburg. I mean, we had 22 shots, but only 6 on target. That is where we kind of look like we've lost a bit of an edge up front. The Napoli game, we've absolutely battered them. 20 odd shots, 10 on target, 2.72 XG to 0.42, and we've lost the game 1-0. And then Genoa, again, we've absolutely battered them. But it took the 91st minute Rafael goal to get the 3 points. I mean, we obviously played well looking at the player ratings, but we just haven't done it in that game. I think we'll keep the 3 at the back this game against Chelsea. We'll see how it goes, but if things go disastrously, then I think we'll be moving probably back to the 4-2-3-1 and not caring too much about how many goals we concede as long as we're winning games. This is the side we've picked for the game against Chelsea. We've gone with Tomori, Scalvini and Hato as the back 3, Walker and Hernandez as the wing backs, Reinders and Baccarina in midfield, Chukwueze on the right, Leao on the left, and Morata through the middle. The one issue I think we've got this season is who we play through the middle. We don't have a real out-and-out goal scorer that looks like they're in any kind of form. So we've gone with the back 3. They've gone with a 4-3-3. With Nkunku, Sancho, Sterling, Caicedo. They got Fabinho in front of the back 4. Early corner for Chelsea. And Nkunku swings it in. We've got a head on it. And come back at us though. And Nkunku into the box. And that is absolutely not the start we were looking for here. Like, we've got a head on that, but don't react. And then Nkunku cuts in, and it's far too easily. The keeper's cleared it. It looked a bit of a weird clearance, but it went to Sancho. Can we get the ball back high up? No. Unless Sancho run a long way with it. Still in the middle of the pitch, and Nkunku pulls it back. And after 4 minutes, we're already 2-0 down. I think we are abandoning this formation pretty quickly here because this is disastrous so far. We've got a corner, Baccarina. Easy for the keeper to come and claim. And we've won it back this time. So into Reinders, Scalvini to Tomori, Chukwueze to Reinders. Morata's in the box, finds the back of the net, but he was definitely offside there. And that's it, disallowed. I mean, yeah, he was miles off. Right, we've made the switch. We've gone back to the 4-2-3-1. We've sacrificed Tomori and brought Benassa on in midfield. And Theo Hernandez with a throw. Heto in to Bacciarina. Scalvini to Benassa. I mean, we've given the ball away in a stupid place there. Scalvini gets his head on it though. Benassa in to Morata. Leao got a check back to get the ball and then he's lost it. Thankfully, that didn't cost us a goal straight away, but they've got a corner. And we've got a head on that again, but again it's come back to Nkunku. Again, he's looking to cut in. And thankfully this time, Mike Maignan got his fingertips to it and turned it behind for a corner on the other side. Chilwell to take it. And we've got a head on that one, and that one thankfully is away. Morata with it, back to Maignan. Right, Walker with a throw in their half. Benassa in the Reinders, back to Heto. Looks at Theo Hernandez on the left. Bacciarina now. Hernandez. They're really closing Hernandez down quickly on that left-hand side. Scalvini bringing it forward. They're giving him all the time in the world. Finds Morata. He loses control of it, but Leao has it. Bacciarina. Benassa just couldn't wrap his foot around it enough to get it on target. That was much better though. Scalvini to Chukwueze. Benassa back to Scalvini, who goes back to the keeper. And now Heto brings it forward. Looks for Leao, but I was never getting anywhere near him. Leao gets back to win it. Bacciarina infield. Finds Chukwueze on the right. Reinders. Bacciarina finds a run of Benassa. And he's lashed it over the top. Right, Bacciarina with a free kick. Goes for goal from a weird angle. Keeper gets across to save it. Goes behind for a corner. Benassa to swing it in. Crowded area at the near post. It's up in the air. And we've let Caicedo come away with it. The highlights still going though. Sancho back to Chilwell. And thankfully Scalvini cuts that one out. Walker. A free kick in a dangerous position. Nkunku to the back post. Sterling, of all people, gets up and heads home. And I don't think that's offside. And this is not working at all. I mean, we've been much better since we changed the formation, but that was just horrendous defending. And a Chilwell with a late corner for them, right at the end of injury time. It's come back off the bar, and we are rattled. And that's half time. And if you look at the match stats, yeah, they've had 6 shots on target to our 2. The XGs aren't that far apart. We've had more possession. We've had the same number of shots in total. We are just getting battered. Mentally, more than anything, I think. The fact that we conceded those 2 early goals, we've been forced into the formation switch. It just, it's obviously not our day, but we need to turn this form around at some point. And the worrying thing is, our best player is knackered. I'm probably going to have, at this point, we might as well just take him off. Right, we made 2 changes at half time. Bacciarina's gone off, Reinders has dropped into midfield, Profundi's come in, and Soltle's come in on the right for Chukwueze. And Profundi with it into Reinders. He's tackled and loses it, but he gets back to win it back. Sotil on the right now. Scalvini. And Hato out to Teo Hernandez on the left. Whips a ball into the box. They've managed to clear it. But Hato steps across that one. And Reinders into Profundi. Finds Leao in behind. And the keeper's made a good save. That's what we need to be doing. Profundi to take it. Whips it into the box. Still in the alive in there. And the keeper comes and claims it. Right, we made our final 2 changes. Teo Hernandez and Rafa Leao were knackered, so Parisi's come on and Oristanio's come on as well. And there we are, full time. And if you look at those match stats, we've had more shots. They've had 1 more shot on target. It's an XG of 2.15 to 2.04. And we've lost 3-0. We were certainly much better once we changed the formation back. I think we're going to have to stick with our 4-2-3-1. And hopefully we've got a decent run of games, especially the games in the league. So hopefully we can play ourselves back into some form. We're at the end of November. We've got an away trip to Fiorentina to round out the month and to round out this episode. Immediately after the Chelsea game, we switched the formation back to the 4-2-3-1. We, rather bizarrely, the board also, within a day of losing 3-0 against Chelsea, offered me a new contract, which has been signed up to the end of 2030. Since we changed the formation, largely the form has picked up. There has been a couple of disappointing results in that, but we're playing reasonably well. But hard to tell whether that's because we're any good, because we have had a pretty easy run as far as the league's concerned. Obviously, following the 3-0 defeat against Chelsea, we immediately switched the formation. And in the first game, we won 7-2 at home against Calgary. That's not that impressive because they were rock bottom at the time with 1 point from their opening games. Then went away to Atalanta and staged a late fight back and needed a 96th minute goal from Morata to pick up a point. But then we were on the other end of that in the next Champions League game against Benfica. We took a late lead. They scored in the 95th and the 96th minute to rob us of any points in that game. And that meant that we'd started the Champions League campaign with 3 defeats from 3 games. So things weren't exactly going particularly well at that point. But we did bounce back with a 3-0 victory against the Sassuolo. We did lose, unfortunately, Scalvini and Rafa Leao to injury in that game. We then followed that up with a 3-0 victory away at Lecce before a really disappointing 1-1 draw at home against Palermo. We finally picked up our first victory in the Champions League campaign for the season. It did require us playing Sassuolo, who we'd just beaten 3-0 at home in the league. We beat them 2-0 at home in the Champions League. And then we followed that up with a horrendous performance away at Monza, losing 2-1. Just dreadful. performance in that game. But we've bounced back with 2 victories since then. A 3-0 victory at home against Salernitana and a 4-1 victory at home against PSV, having conceded an early penalty in that game. So as far as the league's concerned, we're currently sat in second place. We're a couple of points behind Napoli, but with a game in hand. But it is a lot tighter this season, given how badly we've relatively restarted the season. Napoli are up there, Juventus are up there this season, Inter are up there. And if we're going to make it 3 league titles in a row, we're going to have to really kind of pick up our form, especially when we get games against the big clubs coming up. And then the Champions League, we are down in 22nd with those 2 victories from the opening 5 games. Having lost the first 3 games, we've made it up to 6 points. We've got a 0 goal difference after 5 games. Interesting to see some of the other. I mean, the Italian clubs aren't doing all that well. I mean, you got Napoli up in 10th. And then then you got Atalanta in 23rd, Sassuolo in 25th. But like looking at like Newcastle down in 28th and PSV down in 33rd. It's a bit of a strange year. I mean, Slavia Prague are up in 7th. And the problem for our chances in the Champions League campaign is the last 3 games we've got in the league phase. We've got Arsenal at home, and then we end the campaign with 2 away trips to Celtic and then to Newcastle. And I think probably there's a pretty good chance that we don't make it into the knockout stages. But hopefully we've turned a corner and we can keep this run of form going once we hit the more difficult games. Going into the game against Fiorentina, we're only missing Kyle Walker. He's been out for a little while. Otherwise, we've got a fully available squad, and hopefully we can pick up another 3 points and put ourselves back to the top of the table. So going into this game against Fiorentina, this is how we've gone with. We are back to the back 4. Bacciarina is struggling fitness-wise. He needs a rest, so he's dropped to the bench. We've got Benassa and Reinders in the 2 in midfield with Profundi behind Morata. Right, so both sides going with the 4-2-3-1. A throw for them deep in their half. I mean, they've still got it, although Profundi's nicked it. Infield to Chukwueze, cutting into the box. He drags it across goal on his right foot. And we've had a couple of early bookings there, but Theo Hernandez with a throw. Leao back to Hernandez. Leao driving in field and fires it high over the top. They've got the ball on the edge of the box, but Reinders nicks it up to Morata. Looks to find the run of Chukwueze. We get him plays in the box to support him. Found Morata, and he's dragged it wide of the post as well. We are wasting some good chances early on in this game. De Gea with a goal kick for them has gone long. We've won the header at the back. Morata to Profundi. Scalvini. Calabria down the line. Comes back to him. We're knocking the ball around nicely. Benassa finds Chukwueze in space. His ball into the box. Puts it on a plate for Morata. He really couldn't miss from there. There's no defender anywhere near him, and we've taken a lead right on the stroke of half-time. Benassa plays it down the line to Chukwueze. He crosses into the box. Morata, all alone on the penalty spot, steers it past De Gea, puts us in front. And there we are, half-time, and we've absolutely battered them in that first half. Thankfully, we've got the goal to put us in front, and just need to kick on in the second half and hopefully come away with a comfortable 3 points. All right, we sent the same team out to start the second half. We'll probably take some players off if we can make it a bit more comfortable, just to rotate the squad a bit. But they've got a corner swung into the near post. Manion got a touch on it. It comes back off the post, and we've managed to bring it clear. A throw for us deep in their half. Leao back to Hernandez, Reinders, and Benassa on the edge of the box, drives into the box and just gets underneath it. Profundi with a free kick, short to Reinders. His shot's blocked, and now they're breaking away. Why did our player on the halfway line step up? Thankfully, we got a touch on that at the back, and it goes to Minion. But as they're breaking, the guy on that halfway line steps up as their attackers go into the space behind him. Right, we've made a couple of changes. Soto's on the right instead of Chukwueze. Oristanio's come on for Profundi behind Morata. They've got a corner. We've got a head on that. And again, it's just going to come back in. Shot from the edge of the box. And what has the keeper done? Did that come? I mean, that looked like it was straightforward for Man U to get. Thankfully, it's been disallowed. So, Bovia with a shot. He is offside. It must have come back off the woodwork, but even still, he should have been turning it over the bar. Right, into the box, Rafael finds the bottom corner. Thankfully, although, I mean, we're checking an offside, but surely Rafael isn't offside. I would have thought there's maybe someone in front of the goalkeeper, but I mean, I was never offside. It's just whether that player was offside in front of De Gea, but he wasn't. And it's 2-0, and that makes it a lot more secure now. Right, we've made the rest of our subs just to get some more fresh legs on the pitch. Right, a late throw for us, Calabria to take it. Oristanio, Oristanio in the box. Just couldn't find that top corner. And there we are, full time. We've won 2-0. We were very not good in that second half. They came a lot more into the game. I mean, they had 8 shots on target in that second half. And but thankfully, we've come away with the 3 points. We've gone back to the top of the table. And hopefully we can keep on getting results like this. And there we are, the end of another episode, and the experiment with the new tactic didn't work. We're back to the old tactic, and we're back to picking up victories in the league. Coming up in the next episode, we've got a particularly difficult run of games. I mean, we've had some pretty straightforward games in this episode. In the next episode, we've also got those last 3 Champions League games against Arsenal, Celtic and Newcastle. As far as the league's concerned, we've got Lazio, we've got Inter, we've got Roma, we've got Juventus. All of those games could go a long way to deciding whether we're going to have a chance of making it 3 titles in a row. Join us next time to see how we get on. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.